Hi, everyone. I'm just going to wait a second before I get started. All right, so now that some more people are tuning in, hey, Future Ravens. My name is Briar, and I am the Digital Content and Communications Coordinator with undergraduate recruitment at Carleton University. So today we are highlighting the fourth pillar in the Student Experience Office's CU 1001 program. And the fourth pillar is employability. So if this is the first Instagram Live that you are tuning into this week, that is totally okay. I have Stephanie from the Student Experience Office, better known as the SEO, who will be joining us to chat a little bit more about CU 1001. So I'm just going to loop her into this live. And in the meantime, I'd love to know what programs you're all coming into in September if you want to let me know in the comments. Just waiting for...
Hello.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Do you want to give the folks who are just tuning in now a little bit of an introduction?
Sure. My name is Stephanie Ellis. I am an upper year student in the Interdisciplinary Science and Practice program with a minor in physics. And I work at the Student Experience Office. And today we'll be talking about employability.
That's awesome. So if you haven't tuned into the lives that we've been doing over the last couple of days or the webinar that the Student Experience Office did on Friday, you might not have heard of CU 1001. So Stephanie, if you don't mind, can you give a little bit of an intro to what the program will entail?
Yeah, of course. So CU 1001 is an introductory program to help ease the transition for new students into this next chapter of their lives. It helps to let students go about their own pace to learn about information coming in so that they can start out without having to worry about being marked on knowing this information and start out on the right foot.
That's awesome. So I have a few questions for you regarding the employability program or pillar of the program. So if you don't mind, I'd love to get started.
Of course.
Awesome. So the first question that I have for you, Stephanie, is what exactly will the employability section of CU 1001 cover?
Of course. So the employability section will cover three main topics. First, we will look at different areas on campus that can help you, help students with developing employable skills and so forth. The second would be how to see if your program is eligible for co-op, and if so, how can you participate in the program? And lastly, looking at the opportunities for on-campus and job positions.
That's awesome. I think that's super important for students to know. So speaking of on-campus jobs, have you had any on-campus jobs?
I have had a lot of on-campus jobs, ranging from being an administration assistant to my two positions that I have right now, which is the experiential learning specialist and the mentorship and leadership program assistant at the Student Experience Office.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think the employability pillar might be the pillar I'm most excited for, because anyone who knows me well knows that the absolute highlight of my undergrad experience was working on campus. I worked with Carleton residents as a res fellow and a community developer, and I worked with the Center for Student Academic Support as well as the Student Experience Office too. So working on campus is awesome, and I think it's a great opportunity for any student who's looking to get involved.
Definitely.
Okay, so the next question that I have for you is about this thing called community engaged learning. So can you maybe describe what community engaged learning is and what the benefits are for students?
Of course. So, community engaged learning is actually something that I am very passionate about. It is an opportunity for students to learn outside the classroom setting. So, it is an equal partnership between students and community partners where they're both learning and helping each other. Through this, students actually get a lot of benefits, whether it's learning in a real world experience or being able to apply some of that classroom knowledge outside, and even further so, being able to develop employable and transferable skills for their future careers.
Awesome. So, speaking of community engaged learning, what programs at Carleton that exist have to or like have that kind of component to them that the student experience office might offer?
So, two programs that come to my mind immediately would be the Campus to Community program and the Alternative Spring Break program. The Campus to Community program is localized in Ottawa. Students can sign up for one-day events where they get paired with a community partner and they go and work with them for a couple of hours. And the community partner can range from working with nature to working at a food bank to working with children and so on. And Alternative Spring Break is a sort of year-long program where it sort of all comes together in the winter reading week where you go to a community and work with the community that you're in.
That's awesome. So the next question that I have for you is about employability skills specifically. So what skills in terms of employability have you gained from the experiences that you've gained or that you've gained on campus?
I've gained a lot of skills, but I would say three of them that I can mention now would be one, just simply being comfortable answering the phone at the office and answering questions and everything and not getting really nervous every time it rings, to being able to take really large, complex data sets and analyze them and make recommendations based on the results for clients. And finally, being able to advocate for myself and my needs in a workplace setting as a student with a disability.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think that in terms of the skills that I've gained from on-campus work, mostly have to do with things like time management, being consistent, and I think that especially as an incoming student in my first and second and even my upper years of university, it's really interesting to be a university student because you have all of these things to do, but you also have all of this time and you kind of build your schedule on your own terms, depending on your program, of course. So it's really nice to have a little bit of external structure in the workplace. And I've really found that when I worked on campus. So I'm so glad that you touched on some of those skills.
Definitely.
Awesome. So I have one more question for you before we maybe take some questions from the folks who are watching right now. And that question is, what pillar from the CU 1001 program do you wish you knew more about during your first year?
I've thought about this quite a bit, and I would say that the one pillar that stands out the most that I wish that I knew more about in my first year would be the campus life pillar. I personally am a very shy person and I live off campus at the very far end of town. So as a first year student, I very much only came to campus, did my classes, and then went home. So then now in my future years, getting involved on campus and knowing what was out there and everything, I definitely wish that I knew more and was able to get involved earlier.
For sure. And I totally agree. During my first year, despite, living in residence and being right on campus, I was also very shy and I didn't, necessarily find my place during that first year. And it was getting involved in residence life initially in my second year and having that community of students that really laid the foundation for an amazing undergraduate experience. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for the folks who are doing the live tomorrow to chat a little bit more about campus life.
Yeah, it's definitely important to be able to find that community that works and you fit well in. It changes the university experience completely.
Absolutely. Okay, so now that has kind of brought us to the end of the questions that I have prepared for you. So if anyone has any CU 1001 or student experience office questions specifically that they want to ask, we'd love for you to either plug those into the comments or use the little question box next to the comment section. And we're taking questions that are specific to the CU 1001 program today. Just gonna scroll through. Some people have said their program names. I see someone going into Global and International Studies, begins, that's awesome. Industrial Design, Architecture, Mechanical Engineering. There's a wide range of programs on here today. Okay, so it doesn't seem like we're getting any CU 1001 questions. Oh, we did just get one. What is the day to register? Maybe you want to talk a little bit about when the program starts and when it ends.
So the program will go live on July 6th, and it will be available all throughout September for people to complete on their own time. That being said, if you want to register after July 6th, that is still possible, but the program will be closed down in September.
Yeah, and students can do it at their own pace as well, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. And it's not graded?
It's not graded.
So it's not like taking a summer course that you get a mark for. It's just for, skill development and getting oriented.
Exactly. Being able to find your bearings before starting this next whole chapter.
Absolutely. Okay, so before we log off of the live, I just want to put a few links up on the screen so that everyone tuning in can know where to find out, or can figure out where to find the CU 1001 program. So I'm just going to stick up the link. So we have the link to CU 1001. It is carleton.ca/SEO/orientation/CU-1001. So yeah, check out that link, and also, check out the Student Experience Office site as well to learn a little bit more about what, folks like Stephanie on campus are up to. And the other link that I'm just going to put up is the CU at Home link. So admissions.carleton.ca/CU-at-home is the link to our admission site, where we've been hosting all of our webinars over the last month. We've done a webinar every day during the month of May, and tomorrow, because it is the last weekday of the month, will be our sort of finale. So we encourage you to join us on Instagram Live, and we have a few more webinars, I believe, between today and tomorrow. So definitely check out that link and tune into those. So with that, I think we're going to log off, but thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining me and for, sharing your breadth of knowledge about CU 1001 and the Student Experience Office with all of our incoming students.
Thank you for having me.
Take care and have a great day, everyone.